There is a way that you can sneak on the club.
Oh.
Going through that entrance. We're not going to tell the world where that is, but we will have people stationed out there because the park cannot be closed to the community. The park's open to everybody. And there is a way you can sneak in the back way of the club, but we'll have to find a way
that out.
Everyone needs to come through the pro shop, check in, see what courts you're on. 2,300 square feet are in here. We're not going to come in. It's okay or no? We can walk? Come on in, guys. We can't walk on here, right?
He was kidding.
Oh, okay. So this is the whole
good.
pro shop when you're walking on in. So check-in will be here, a paddle wall, shoes, balls, display.
That'll be a really nice entrance.
So you're in here, and then behind the pro shop are your men's and women's locker rooms. So you've got all the locker rooms back behind there.
This is going to be a big facility, Ken.
I don't know if we can go.
Walk around?
Hey, can we, mi amigo, can we this way or no? It's okay? Gracias. All right. So we've got back here with locker rooms.
He did. Funny guy. This is going to be the locker rooms? Is that what you said? Locker room either side?
All right.
Great.
Men's and women's locker rooms are in there. Outdoor bar area all here so that you can have lounging, hanging out here as well. Okay. And then we've got our 4
beer and liquor?
And then we've got 14 covered courts that are all here with the covered courts. So everything's all set. Everything's been settling, making sure that the courts are ready to be painted, and we've got that project starting up right away. The rain always hits down here on the south side. So with the walls being up over there, it does 2 things. It protects us from the noise because we're right adjacent to Fort Lauderdale Airport. Also then protects from the rain coming in here. So it is 100% guaranteed that there will be no rain, even with the side wind coming on the courts over here.
So you have 14 under the hanger, and then how many are?
We've got 8 on one side, 6 on the other side over here.
Wow.
So it's the same play over here as well with these courts.
Wow.
So those would be the 14 cover courts, and then we start to come into the venue here that has our 42 dedicated outdoor playing courts. 4 grandstand courts take place here outside of the main stadium.
So I see one there, straight ahead?
Yes, that's the stadium right there. You've got a grandstand 1 here, a grandstand court there, and then 2 more additional grandstand courts over here. So those are much more expanded in their length, 70 feet, so there's plenty of room for everyone to be playing. And then we can do additional LED boards set up out there too as well. So we've got the 1 stadium court, then the 4 additional courts that follow with it. I think that's where we were when we were talking the other day. I was trying to bring the phone here and bring this all on through.
We gave it our best shot, right?
And parking goes all throughout the front of the club, and then all, as you can see, all back throughout there. Tons of parking that be able to accommodate everybody.
What about the lake? You told me about a lake.
We got a lake. It's behind stadium. Let's head out this way.
We're going to the lake.
We love the walkway here because there's really that sense of walking in, and you feel like you're going into the main stadium as you come down here. Plus, this will be a great setup for all the vendors' villages, sponsors that are going to come in, whether they're on the left or right-hand side. They can all really have a great feel and be close to the action to where the players are.
Were you involved in the design process at all of this?
No, Brad and the architect team were heavily involved with that. Brad would say, Ken, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? But they were the ones that were driving the narrative. We were figuring out the colors of the painting of the courts. The stadium court here is going to be consistent with running the same direction as the outside courts are. So we'll be going this way off at the stadium court. As you can see, we've got tons of room to the left and the right of the court. That can either go for additional VIP seating that goes down below. We can bring sponsors down there if we elect to. This court can also be converted into beach volleyball. It can also be converted into many other things that it can be used for. And it's not a need to be used for the championship court for pickleball.
I love the bowl type atmosphere.
So we've got 1,300 players seating with the bleachers in the stadiums that go up there, the VIP rooms up above, and then the build out that can be also built out with bringing it closer. Sometimes the court ends up being small with these big arenas, so it's nice to be able to make it a little bit cozier with bringing players closer on down.
Where the fans feel like they're actually involved in the match,
exactly,
rather than being so far away from the atmosphere.
That was one of the challenges I had my first year up at Flushing Meadows. We went to court 17, which seats 9,000 people, but the court was so small that we really had to revisit what we wanted to do for that field of championship court and condense it and then we actually moved to a different court to try to make it much more cozier instead of the bigger court that you see sometimes in tennis. The folks at the US Open have done a brilliant job with that as well, bringing the seating down to that court and really making a wonderful party type atmosphere.
I completely agree. We've been to the U.S. Open the past couple of years, and the stadium court that they have there is fantastic.
Yep, and that's all. A lot of that is built in that they do off of that.
This is the lake.
There's no gators in that lake, everybody. There are no gators in that lake.
I was just going to ask you if I could swim in it.
So you're done playing pickleball. We've got an outside stage area there for music as well, along with an additional bar setup. Food and beverage is going to be a main component here at the fort, making sure that when you come here, you can grab your lunch and your meals or a nighttime activity. And then if you want to get that Zen moment and get away from everything here, you've got the whole wonderful beach setup. I believe we brought in 150, 200 palm trees came in to try to continue to give it that beach vibe feel. Yeah. And sand was thousands of pounds of sand were brought in to bring the sand in.
Where'd the sand come from, you know?
I don't know where the sand came from. I do not know, but they brought in bags upon bags upon bags of sand that came in. So this really has kept that Zen feel back here. Yeah. You see everything out over here, and then you come back here, and it's
You're really trying to make it a home for the players.
A home for everybody that wants to come in here. Yep, you're right. They've done a great job with that. Let's head upstairs, see what the upstairs looks like.
Well, Ken, it looks...
Play your pickleball and you go read a book and then you're going to hang out over there.
Well, Ken, this is a much better tour than the one that we did online.
Good. This was worth your time, money, and effort to get yourself here.
Exactly.
You got one of the tours here.
Along with the fail first narrative, that's for sure. Well, I can't wait to see this in full swing. All right.
Thank you.
This can be a room that's got food and beverage in it as well. It's also got our VIP rooms for people that want to rent VIP spaces or boxes overseeing championship court. This is also a wonderful banquet space, bar mitzvahs, weddings, parties, birthday parties, pickleball wedding. I'm sure
those are going to be more popular in the next 5 years, that's for sure.
So you've got all that space in here that we can do this. This is probably one of my favorite views is when we come out here and can just always feel that breeze coming in and hanging out here.
This is nice.
So as we talked about, that Snyder Park over there.
Yep.
And there is a way that you can sneak on the club.
Oh.
Going through that entrance. We're not going to tell the world where that is, but we will have people stationed out there because the park cannot be closed to the community. The park's open to everybody. And there is a way you can sneak in the back way of the club, but we'll have to find a way to. We've got a way to police all that.
You're not going to tell us where that entrance is?
No, but I know the secret code. I know where you can get into the back way of the club.
We're going to find out.
But it's a different feel up here. It just feels different feel, different vibe, different places to relax and afterwards.
You have a comfortable feel. Like we've talked about, you feel at home without being at home.
Mm-hmm. And then this is, of course, what everybody likes to see, the view from up here from Championship Court. Oh, yeah. And just kind of an overview of the entire...
Nicole, are you ready to watch me on this court next year at some point?
Oh, I love this view.
This ball will be awesome.
So the goal is for this to be done end of March when APP comes back in here for one of our first golden tickets of the year in early April, and that'll be good.
Do you think that this stadium venue is going to really change the way that pickleball is watched and viewed? Because I can see that.
I know with APP having 4 tour stops here next year, I know the whole production team from APP is thrilled about this. Every time we go to a new venue, it's always, where's the power? Where's the Wi-Fi? Where's this? Where's the fiber? It's great that we came in here and we've been heavily involved working with the team here that's building this to make sure we've got everything plugged in and wired in to be able to host an ESPN production to be able to go here. So I know from a logistics standpoint, the production team is thrilled with that everything's going to be wired and set to go, that you can have events here throughout the year and have come in there and not be any surprises.
Is that a low-key partnership that you just dropped?
A what, P?
I said a low-key partnership with ESPN. Are you guys trying to do more partnerships with ESPN?
We've got our ESPN, our Fox, our CBS networks that we've got lined up. We announced we've got more linear television next year in 2025 than we did in 2024. And with working with them, they want that $1 million look on television.
Yeah. And I will tell you, from a player playing, watching in person, and also watching it online, watching just thousands of hours of film, right? You don't quite get the same element of gameplay right now on YouTube or any streaming service it is. So the reason I was curious about that is because I know that is something that is on the radar of how do we get the viewers, people watching, the audience closer to the game.
That's right. Everyone's playing the game, but how do we get them feeling as if they're more there?
Exactly.
So hopefully this will be one step in that direction with having this type of feel of a court. Let's go ahead on downstairs. I'll show you what the downstairs looks like.
This is going to be awesome. I'm very excited for that.
We'll go back out that way.
When I would rent this out.
This is the room.
As a player, Ken, talking about that stadium court, I've just always had the thought of, like, I don't know why, but like a Roman gladiator bowl type picture, right? With the pickleball court in the center.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you've got that bowl feeling there. You're right.
You totally have that bowl feeling. I just feel like that's what would really bring so many people super close to the game. That tight bowl atmosphere.
Yep, I agree.
Because you just can't see the little intricacies yet on TV or YouTube or wherever it's being watched. Like you don't have as much of appreciation for what the players are doing.
Now this is a silly question, but are you the first tour to have like a facility like this? None of the other tours have a facility, right?
That's right. We were
not getting around pickleball.
It was always my goal to have a headquarters or a player development headquarters outside of our corporate offices. So yes, this is what my personal goal was, that I've always been fighting with my team, not fighting, but challenging my team to find a way to make this happen. This is your down here. So your main restaurant will all be down here. Tables be lined up here. Your big screen TVs will be in here, and you can come here and enjoy. The windows are slanted on purpose so that you can get a better view of the play right here on Championship Court. So you can be right here, and then you're right there on top of the court as the players are playing.
This is going to be really cool.
Everything's all plasticed up right now, but
see if I can get a quick view over in between it. I got a decent view in between. That's going to be cool. This is going to be awesome. You're going to be right in it. I can't wait to know. Ken, I can't wait to play in it.
I don't know what that is, but I know this is going to be the bar, the whole food and beverage, the service, the kitchen.
This is like fume hood type thing, industrial.
And then you can come you can either come in from the beach side or you can come in from the pickleball side, either way. Yeah. So it's open out there, and then there's outdoor seating out there that if you want to have that cabana outdoor feel, you can go outside there. What
piece of the facility are you looking the most forward to? Do you have one thing at the facility where you were like, I can't wait for this? Is it the stadium court?
Yeah, I've never been asked that. Yeah. What is the one thing that I'm most stoked about? Being down here in South Florida, I'm probably most stoked about the 14 covered courts because the heat can be brutal down here, especially during the summer months. And being able to be on court with players, training with them, rain or shine. That's a huge plus there, not having your day be determined, oh my gosh, there's an 80% chance rain's coming in at 2 o'clock. So I'm most excited about that. Plus, my background really before pickleball was all through tennis, having owned a couple of clubs and indoor venues, so I'm kind of that world with it all. The stadium court is of course unique. One of the things that's hard about stadium is when you're on stadium, you always got to walk a long way to get your ball.
It's true.
But at least you get your steps in doing that way. Hey, how are you today? All right?
All right.
Good. I'm just showing these guys around real quick. Thank you.
Yep. It is. Perfect day for a tour.
PT room is all in here. Oh. So we've got an established relationship. PT will come on here, have this whole room blocked off with PT, and have this all be here down here as well. This will be a space that there will be workout, and not a full-fledged gym in here, but there
I was going to ask you that, Ken.
There will be your basics that you can get a good sweat going on in here, but not the full-duty Gold's Gym type venue.
The only reason I ask is because if you give me a pickleball court and a gym and some healthy food, I probably wouldn't leave. Yeah.
You're good to go.
Exactly.
So we've got this space here, and it's neat that it goes there. Now, when players are called on Championship Court, they're going to walk through that door right there. That will be the door that they go through as they go on Championship Court, as their names are called over the intercom.
Dean, come on over here.
You can go on definitely go on stadium.
I just want to, that entrance is going to be awesome from underneath the stadium over there. Both doors or just the one door?
That's our one main door that I know that's going to be the door that people are going to walk through.
That would be awesome.
So we're just waiting for the court to settle, and then painting is next. I almost caught it. That would have been cool if I would have caught that on.
Dang. This is going to be a lot of fun.
You can see where that's all been blocked off from the park. They've all put up fences out there and blocking with wall that people will not be able to come on in.
The secret passage is over there.
We're close. You're close.
I know. So you also go on the court and train with all the players to date as well?
Yes, I do go on court with the players. When I'm running the events as tournament director, I can't really go and talk to players during their matches what they should or should not do. That's why I brought on Lee Whitwell and Chad Edwards, especially with our younger players on the national team, to work with them. But I certainly will go and visit with players before they go on court to talk to them about what are their objectives, what are they hoping to do out there. And then at the end of the match, I certainly will visit with them and say, oh, this is what I saw. But as tournament director, I'm fair to everybody because I want everyone to be put in the best position they can do, play their best pickleball. I do wear, the hats I wear is that hat of player development and trying to advance these players as best as I can with my knowledge of the sport, or just getting yourself ready to peak during your training season to make sure you're peaking at the right time.